How's it going, you guys? AZCloud21 back again with another episode of our UFC save here in WMMA 5, and today we've got for you UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Johnson. In our main event, YAIR Rodriguez taking on Michael Johnson in the lightweight division. I think Rodriguez, who was he scheduled to originally face? Because it was definitely not Michael Johnson. Let's go ahead and check that out. I think it might have been Jakashi. I'm not 100% sure, but I know for a fact that it wasn't Michael Johnson. It might have been Lamas? I have no idea, honestly. I cannot remember for the life of me. But anyways, his fight ended up not panning out, and so because of that, we now have a new main event in Michael Johnson and YAIR Rodriguez, who's going up a weight class to face off against the UFC veteran. Co-main event, Alexander Volkov taking on Marcos Rogerio de Lima, who is currently number 6 in the heavyweight division after beating, well, he's on a 5-fight winning streak. Sosoli, Arlovsky, Lins, Ivanov, and then Big Boy Nelson. Volkov is coming off of his 2-fight skid of Curtis Blades and Cain Velasquez. Bektic versus Volkanovski, Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez, Jessica Eye versus Marina Morosh, and Carol Hossa taking on Marina Makina in the rest of our main card. Everything is set up. Let's go ahead and get right into the main card taking place in northern Mexico, of course, where YAIR Rodriguez is from. Let's get right into it. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm AZCloud21. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click on the little bell so you get notifications whenever my videos are uploaded. And follow me on Twitch so you can watch me whenever I am on there as well. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Our first prelim, Hunter Azure taking on Aman Zahabi. In the bantamweight division, Azure is 8-1, Zahabi is 8-3, and Zahabi gets the win via unanimous decision. Gets another win. 2 out of his last 3 have gone his way. Martin the Spartan Day taking on Chihaya Yonayama in what I assume is the bantamweight division. I thought it might have been the flyweight division. Martin Day, a huge favorite, and he does win via submission Americana, and basically saves his job there. Really needed a win there. Yokohama will probably get released after this, losing his first 2 UFC bouts, unless we want to use him in Contender Showdown, or Prospect Showdown. We got Reynaldo Acevedo taking on Atman Azaitar in the lightweight division, and Acevedo beats Atman Azaitar by split decision and saves his job as well. Wow, okay. And now Azaitar, only his 2nd loss in his career, and that's 2 straight that he's lost. We'll probably keep a hold of him still, but not looking good right now is Azaitar. Michelle Quinones taking on Chris Grutzemacher now in the lightweight division. Quinones is 9-4, Grutzemacher is 14-4, and Grutzemacher picks up the win via submission in what was a fantastic fight. And Quinones, he won his last fight, so 9-5 though. I do not like that record. And yeah, before this he was losing too, so I think we're gonna end up letting him go, unfortunately. Grutzemacher says, "This is why I love MMA." Don't we all love MMA? Philip Rowe, who just won, I think he just got a UFC contract on the Contender Series, like literally just yesterday, I think. He's taking on Daniel Rodriguez. And Daniel Rodriguez gets the win via unanimous decision, and we are more than likely going to be letting Philip Rowe go, unfortunately. Rodriguez now 2-2 in the UFC, and this is a win that he needed as well. So he is able to save his job while also dispatching a Philip Rowe. Giving thanks, Daniel Rodriguez. Oh, music might be a little bit too loud. Let me go and lower that down just a tad. Praises his team at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He says he wants to fight Sergey Kondoshko next. Okay. Tyler Manawaroa, who missed weight, takes on Dusko Todorovic, who is 8-1, a heavy favorite, and Todorovic dispatches of Manawaroa, and we will be letting him go as well. 2 straight losses. Mahmoud Muradov, he wants to face off next. Okay. Cool Hand Luke Sanders takes on Rafion Super Stats. Luke Sanders, 3-4 in the UFC, last coming off a loss to Bruno Gustavo da Silva. And Rafion Stotts, 15-1, making his UFC debut here today, a former Bellator fighter. A lot of them have been making their way into the UFC as of late. And another impressive debut, this time from Rafion Stotts, TKO victory, 30 seconds into round number 3. And he says he wants to fight TJ Laramie next. Gabriel Benitez taking on Charles Hossa now. In the featherweight division, Charles Hossa 13-3, 4-3 in the UFC, coming off 2 straight wins. Manny Bermudez and Martin Bushkamp. Gabriel Benitez is coming off 3 straight losses. Another loss here might be it for him, unfortunately. And Charles Hossa sends Gabriel Benitez to the unemployment line via split decision. He says it should have been unanimous decision. Fair enough. Ilir Latifi taking on Martin Buday in the heavyweight division. Latifi, number 13 light heavyweight in the world, but he is currently in the heavyweight division. Taking on Martin Buday, who is coming off a win over Ioannis Arzomanidis. Fair enough. And Latifi gets a big win via TKO in round number 1, giving Buday his 3rd loss of his career. Moving on, Jim the Brute Crute taking on Jordan Johnson in our final prelim fights of the afternoon. Jordan Johnson, 5-0 in the UFC. Surprised he is not ranked. Last getting a win over Devin Clark. Jim Crute, number 25 in the light heavyweight division, coming off 2 straight losses, Ryan Spann and Khalil Roundtree. And Jim Crute gets an important win there via unanimous decision over Jordan Johnson, handing Johnson just his 3rd loss of his career. And he invites everyone to go party with him. Who's going to go party with Jim Crute? Not me. All right, moving on to the main card, we got Marina Maknatkina taking on Carol Hossa. Now remember, Carol Hossa, huge underdog in this fight, but she beat Irene Aldana via submission on the Gillespie-Khabib card. So that was a big upset. So hopefully she's able to gain a little bit more momentum with another win over Maknatkina. Now Maknatkina, 1-1 in the UFC, beat Macy Chiasson and then lost to Kunitskaya. So she's definitely not one to really be messed with that much. However, huge favorite in this over Carol Hossa, and she does win via unanimous decision. So Carol Hossa, you don't really want to call it a fluke, but say what you will about that win against Aldana. Loses to Maknatkina here today. And Maknatkina says she would like to face off against Pani Kianzad. All right, Jessica Evil Eye taking on Marina Morosh in the flyweight division. Morosh, a huge favorite in this one, coming off 5 straight wins, the last 3 being Melinda Fabian, Jiyeon Kim, and then Vivian Araujo. Jessica Evil Eye, not having the best of times. After that, Shevchenko lost, beat Araujo, good. Lost to Lauren Murphy, beat Joanne Calderwood, and then lost to Molly McCann. All right. And she's a huge underdog here today against Morosh. And with good reason, the Iron Lady, Marina Morosh, dispatches of Jessica Eye in 1 minute and 1 second in round number 1. So she's probably going to click her way into the top 10 now as we move on to the strawweights. Former champion Jessica Andrade taking on Marina Rodriguez. 4-1-2 in the UFC, losing her only fight in her career to Amanda Ribas, then bouncing right back and getting a win over Jin Yu Frey. Ranked number 10 in the division. Jessica Andrade is number 12 in the division. She's had a kind of a tough go of it. Lost to Zhang, lost her title. Lost to Rose, lost to Zhao Nanyan. Beat Alexa Grasso, beat Tatiana Suarez, and then lost to Amanda Ribas. Finds herself ranked at number 12. Huge underdog. Huge favorite, I should say. But she loses to Marina Rodriguez via unanimous decision. So Rodriguez continuing her climb up the rankings. You like to see it. Mirsad Bektic in action against the former featherweight champion of the world, Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski's had a tough go of it. After beating Holloway for the title in the rematch, he lost the title. Lost to Benson Henderson straight away, like at lightweight. And then Brian Ortega had a chance to win the interim championship and lost to Ortega. He's taking on Mirsad Bektic, who is number 14 in the division right now. Kind of had a weird couple of years. Beat Sadiq Yusuf, good win. Lost to Andre Feely, lost to Korean Zombie, then beat Do Ho Choi. Finds himself in action here against the former champion in Volkanovski and loses. Alexander the Great Volkanovski gets the win via unanimous decision. Love to see it. Former champion getting a big win, but apparently had a boring fight. Co-main event now. Alexander Drago Volkov taking on Marcos Rogerio de Lima. 36 years of age, 21-6-1, 10-4 in the UFC on a big 5-fight winning streak, as we mentioned earlier on. And Volkov, as I mentioned earlier on a 2-fight skid. Curtis Blades and Cain Velasquez. In your heavyweight co-main event, your winner is Alexander Volkov, getting Marcos de Lima, beating him via unanimous decision. Love to see it. Volkov always kind of a mainstay in the top 10 of the heavyweight division. Main event time, Yair Rodriguez in his home country of Mexico taking on Michael Johnson in the lightweight division. Yair is a big favorite despite not having a fight team. Your referee is Yves Levine. Rodriguez gets a good reaction from the home crowd. We start with a touch of gloves. Both fighters moving in. Michael Johnson, a veteran of the octagon, so he's not going to be dispatched quite easily. Right hook to the body lands for Johnson. What a big win that would be for Johnson, though, to beat someone in the top, I think, 6. I think he's number 11 in the lightweight division. Yair, obviously, probably better off as a featherweight, but a little bit taller than Johnson in his own weight class, so you never know. Johnson hits a right jab, comes up short on a body kick. Neither fighter can land a really good shot. Two fighters engaging. Left kick to the rib cage. Head kick attempt misses. Left hook lands for Michael Johnson as round 1 ends. The round apparently going the way of Michael Johnson. Solid left hand lands for El Pantera. Scores to the left hook. Does Michael Johnson. They're coming together to strike. Johnson hits a left hand. Brutal back kick. Shot knocked him out. Your winner via knockout, via head kick in his home country is Yair Rodriguez. That ends the fight. Entire fight. Here's a look at the metrics. I know some people kind of wanted to take a look at the metrics for the main events and whatnot. 2 power punches land for Michael Johnson. Let's see. Power kick, the only one that was needed, lands for Yair Rodriguez. Only 8 punches landed. 15 punches for Michael Johnson the entire fight. Nothing really else going on. All right. That's your main event. El Pantera victorious, and he says he wants to fight Chad Mendes. That could be a fight that we look into making. Terrible attendance in northern Mexico. But it's okay. We're going to get our money back via the UFC network. So let's see. Didn't we have a... Oh, that was a fantastic fight, apparently. We'll go ahead and give it to our main event. Let's see. Performance bonuses. Give one to Marina Morosh, for sure. And Alir Latifi. Any knockouts other than this one? TKO. I don't know. Probably Alir Latifi. Let's go to give him to Alir Latifi. Getting rid of him in round number 1. Nice profit. You always like to see that from our fight nights. Love to see it. As always, we're going to update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then be done with this episode. We don't need to see anybody on our short list that bad. Ooh, Bryce Meredith, though. We're going to keep an eye on that. If he wins that fight, we're probably going to sign him and then use him on Prospect Showdown, which is good. I like the fact that we do that because it means that we can sign some younger fighters, and get them some UFC reps, essentially, and not really have the stress of having to go through, and fight on like a main card right away. It'll be able to, get them some fights in the UFC, get them familiarized with the audience, but it won't be the toughest task for them, And so I have to be able to make a point about that, though, to be able to sign a bunch of 27 and younger guys who may not have all that much experience, They may only have like 4 or 5 fights like Bryce Meredith has, but if they're undefeated, 5-0, like, hey, why not? Bring them on to Prospect Showdown. They win a couple fights, they're able to make themselves a little bit of a mainstay. They lose a fight or two, and then we can just cut them, and hopefully they get better down the line anyways, So not necessarily... It's basically it's a win-win, essentially. Especially considering we have the resources available to us, we have the assets to where, you know, we can afford to take losses on signing guys like this, because down the line they could be, you know, potentially a lot more benefiting to us. All right, here we go. Let's go and update our rankings. That's the first thing we always do. And Delima moves down to number 8, and Volkov does not move up. Why? See, I don't get that. Sometimes I really don't get the ranking system in this game. Delima should have gone down at least below Volkov, you know? Did Volkov lose to Gane? Is that why? No. Blades, Velasquez, like, they're all up there. So you'd think, okay, Blades and Velasquez are 4 and 2, respectively. So that should signify that those are good losses for Volkov. So shouldn't beating Delima push him up here, and at least Delima behind Volkov, who he just beat, you know? Like, I don't get that at all. That's why I kind of wish there was a way that you could edit the rankings yourself, you know? I think that would make the game seemingly perfect. If you were able to, like, if there was a little button here that said edit, you could click on it and then just move fighters to wherever you see fit. You know, so that way you could, you know, like, edit your own rankings to the way that you see them, you know? So that way it makes it easier to book fights and things like that. Nonetheless, Cyril Gane moves up 1 spot. I'm never going to complain about that. Light heavyweight Jim Crute moves up 1 spot after winning his fight. There's no movement at middleweight. At welterweight, there's no movement. Lightweight, Michael Johnson moves down 1 spot. At featherweight, Mirsad Bektic moves down to number 18. Volkanovski moves up to number 13. Bantamweight, no movement. Flyweight, Justin Scoggins debuts after we just signed him. Nothing for women's featherweight. Women's bantamweight, nothing going on. Carol Hosa stays at number 24. That's okay. Maknet Kina does not move, interestingly enough. Women's flyweight, Marosh moves all the way up to number 3. Huh. Interesting. After beating number 9. I mean, she's on a big old winning streak. One more win for her would probably do it. It would have to be against someone of quality, you know, competition. Juliana Velasquez probably will get the next shot, though, should she win her next fight. Maybe Marosh versus Molly McCann. Is she up for it? No. Macy? She just lost. And I think she already has something kind of planned already. Not Andrea Lee either. Wow, she'd have to fight. We're going to basically have to wait for Marina Marosh, because Montana Del Rosa is next for Shevchenko. And then at strawweight, Rodriguez moves up to number 8. Andrade moves down to number 13. Rodriguez. Yeah, she's only lost Hebos, who's fighting for the title next, so kind of makes sense. All right. Love to see it. Let's go and check the news, see if there's anything interesting going on here. Don't know about him, but he got released despite being undefeated. Okay. Viktor Nemkov. Light heavyweight champion. He just lost, though, so no. This guy's 5-0. He's got to be young, right? 26 light heavyweight. That's a prospect showdown fighter right there. He has to have a little bit of drawing power considering he's pretty expensive. Ooh. I'd like to cut you if I could. So 4,300. One of the 2 offers. I mean, sure. Why not? High-level regional. High-level regional, 3,600. Really? World-class competitor in kickboxing. Okay. Holbrook, 2-3 in the UFC, on a nice 4-fight winning streak. 35. You know, why not? You know, why not? Bring in these veteran guys, you know. Can't hurt to have more bodies in here. They lose 2 fights in a row. We can just cut them immediately. No harm, no foul. Pearl Gonzalez. I like Pearl Gonzalez. And also, we just need more bodies in Invicta. Could not hurt at all to have Pearl Gonzalez here with us. Alright, Pearl Gonzalez. Welcome back to Invicta, I guess. No, don't really need you. Nope. JC Cottrell, don't need you. No, don't need you. No. That's gonna do it, I think. Yeah. I'm not looking like anyone else here is really that important. Bryce Meredith, though. Ooh, Kana Watanabe? Why? Oh. Oh, she's already with us. Oh, is her contract running out? Is that why? Let's go from the bottom. Can we sign him? He won. So let's do it. Bryce Meredith, get in here. Yes, sir, Bryce Meredith. Michael Johnson needs to be renewed. Of course, we're going to renew him. I mean, coming off a loss, but mid-level national, we can always use him. We love Michael Johnson here. Daniel Rodriguez basically saved his job. But, I mean, for how long? Who knows? But, you know, you get to stay for a little bit longer. Ottman is Zaitar. 2 straight losses, and his only win is against Michel Quinones. 31. We're going to go ahead and let him go. Oh, he has another fight already? Well, then let's just do this. Dusko Todorovic saves his job. Alright. Philip Rowe, he will be let go, unfortunately. Martin Day. Yeah. OG Kubo, 0-2 in the UFC. He's already got a fight scheduled, though, so we'll just let that go. Grutzemacher will go ahead and re-sign him. Patty the Batty Pimblett, 2-0 in the UFC. Love to see it. And he's 26. And we can use him on Prospect Showdown if you wanted to. That's fine. We're going to keep him around anyways. 2 fights, you know. YAIR, got to renew him. We are keeping YAIR around probably for a while. Bektic, of course, we're going to re-sign him. He is ranked, so we won't be cutting him. Luke Sanders. He's only lost since he's been here. Don't think he's going to get that much better, so we'll just go ahead and cut him. Charles Hosa, go ahead and re-sign him. Alrighty. Marina Morosh, definitely going to re-sign her. And you know, with the women, we offer them long contracts. Just because we're not really cutting the women. We would just send them down to Invicta if we had to. Andrade, same deal. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, we'll keep him around. Surprised that he's that high-level national in South America. That's crazy. Lindsay Herman, 0-1. She lost to Kayla Harrison. Oh well. We'll just send her back down. Mateus Rebecki. Did we already offer him a contract? Oh yeah, we did. Vivian Pereira needs to be renewed. I mean... Oh yeah. We'll send her down to Invicta. Oh, we're already in negotiations with her, okay. Is she... I need to make sure that I send her down to Invicta. Maddie Groom. Lost to Brindley Barger, that's fine. Omanov. He should be wanting to stay with us, right? Yeah. No one wants to leave us, really. Royable. Wants that extra hundo for the security, you know? Maknet Kina. Big win over Carol Hosa. Moon Hee Dao. She's lost all of her fights in Invicta. Goodbye. Themba Garimbo. 1-1. He's got a fight on Prospect Showdown. Watanabe, Pro Gonzalez. Of course, we're gonna resign her. All right, that looks about to do it. Alrighty, next time that I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Weidman versus Whitaker. Pretty big card, honestly. Chris Weidman in action against Robert Whitaker in our main event. Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson taking on Jose Torres in the flyweight division. Sugar Sean O'Malley is back after a lengthy drug suspension against Sergio Pettis. Lauren Murphy in action against Mackenzie Dern. Young Kutalaba taking on Anthony Smith in light heavyweight division. And Eddie Wineland taking on Kyler Phillips in the bantamweight division. I'm AZPlow21. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.